How's it going, everyone? Welcome and thank you for stopping into the channel. Today I have a first impressions to do for you guys. We are covering the version 2 Luft Concepts Avnt or Avnt, however you would like to say it. This is the second iteration in all titanium. It's got the honeycomb type pattern on it. Let me go ahead and snag the version 1. These were sent into the channel by Carco. This one, the version 1, was a gift from Carco. Let's go ahead and move that up by my brain. This was a gift from Carco to me, to the channel, and I still am at a loss for words. Just so amazing, dude, and shout out to you, brother. He sent me in a couple of knives that are just outstanding knives. I have so much recording to do. It's hard to get to some of the stuff, but I do have first impressions and overviews all coming up of some very nice knives that were sent into the channel by Carco, by a few other people. We will get to all of that stuff, and I am excited to get to all of it. This knife, you can just tell it's a little more refined than the version 1. Now, we are dealing with micarta on the version 1 and titanium and a few minor different aesthetic options here. Like we have a pivot collar here, and I want to say there are a couple of different nuances to the knife. Not a whole lot though. I could have swore there was a few options that were changed. Everything almost looks identical. So I'm wondering if maybe it's just a handle material change, because they're both titanium liner locks. They're both titanium liner locks. This one is a titanium handle with titanium liner lock. So it has a little different feeling, opening and closing it, obviously in hand. I truly have fallen in love with the Avnt, and as you may know, before getting this in hand and this one in hand, I was not a fan of this knife. I just didn't. I thought the belly was too big on it. I just didn't think it was going to be comfortable, and I was wrong about all of them things. The belly is not too big on the knife. I don't know why I initially thought that after seeing them so many times. I just thought the belly was too big, but I was very wrong, dead wrong, and I was also dead wrong on the ergonomics. It is extremely comfortable. You have this nice thumb ramp here that you can put your thumb up against. You can climb right up behind the blade due to this 50-50 area here. And it's just so comfortable. Now, we'll go ahead and get into this guy a little bit. I believe it's coming in M390. We have a satin blade. It's like a drop point. Yeah, it's a drop point with a little bit of belly. You have a nice little amount of straight edge there. You have an elongated hole here for thumb flicks and reverse flicks. Very good on the action department. You also have this very unique flipper tab. It's angled up, and there's not much showing. It's very minimal, but it's comfortable and it works well. It's very unique. You can push button it. You can light switch it. Very easy and comfortable to do both, and that's kind of unique. I like how it's a lot higher than the pivot sits. The higher you can get that rear flipper tab, the better for just deployment purposes. The action on this is drop shut. Now I don't know how much Carco has used this knife or any of that sort of thing. I don't know if he has carried it a bunch and broke it in, or if he hasn't really carried it a whole lot. These are fairly new, so I know he hasn't carried it that much. It feels nice and thin, that's for sure. Is that a hollow? Crown spine. Crown spine. Yeah, they both have a crown spine. This one is really nice. You can tell he kind of just did a, I don't know. I'll have to look into that for the extensive overview, but I could have swore there was more than just handle changes. I mean, obviously he added the pivot ring, which I think was a nice touch, but also then again, that just looks really clean on the micarta version. Now, would it look better with a pivot collar? Maybe. Maybe not, though. It looks pretty. It looks clean like that. Nice and simple. I don't know if I'd have to. You'd have to almost see it on there, but they both look good, with or without. Now, this is a design from Bearded Gear, and he has a partner. I can't remember his name. I'll find that out for the overview. But these are his first two designs. Well, his first design and then his revamp of his first design. I'm almost positive they are working on another design and have it in prototype phase. I'm pretty sure anyway that I've seen they're coming out with another one. Another feature that this one has, like the version 1, is you have that wire pocket clip there. And hate it or love the wire pocket clips, they work very well for its intended use. The wire pocket clip is meant to be easily changed to either side. It's meant to be easily gotten to out of the pocket and easily put back in the pocket. It's just the way that the wire pocket clip works. Certain designs they don't look so well on, and other designs they look okay on. And then some designs it looks like that's what it should be. And in this case, would it look better with like a 3D milled titanium clip? In my opinion, yes. But it also looks very good with just the wire pocket clip on there. It keeps the aesthetic nice and clean, nice and simple. I like the honeycomb pattern you have on the scales here. It offers you a little bit of grip. Not too, like it's not, it doesn't dig into your hand. Everything's nice and smooth and rounded. It feels good. I like it. I won't mind getting some knives that have that kind of honeycomb type pattern. Another thing you have is on the back there, you have that back spacer, which you do have on the version 1 as well. Titanium back spacer, pretty much a quarter, a little over a quarter of a back spacer. Another thing that I like about these knives is, what am I going to say? Do you know? There's no lanyard hole, so it keeps it extra clean. There's not even a spot for a hidden lanyard. It's just clean. No lanyard hole. Now, some knives and designers can make it with a lanyard hole and you don't really notice it. Some of them hide them very well. Like the Nimble W, it's almost part of the aesthetic of the knife. You don't really notice it. Now, would that look better completely smooth, with the handle? It might. It probably would. But, in the other hand, you really don't notice it. It's very out of the way. It's not oriented over the pocket clip or in the way of the pocket clip. So, there are designs where, it doesn't bother the aesthetic of the knife. But then there's other times where it just really is annoying and ruins the aesthetic of the knife. Sometimes they'll put it right above the pocket clip, and the pocket clip will be lower mounted or have to be moved, all for that lanyard hole. And I'm not a lanyard fan. I do have a lanyard on maybe one or two different knives, but that's just because, pretty much, just to have one with a lanyard on it. But I do not prefer a lanyard, and that's the way I like them. Just like this, nice and clean, nice and simple. Now, this is just a first impressions, guys. The only thing I've done with this guy is unbox it. I haven't even handled it up until right now. I got it out of the unboxing. I looked at it. I think I flipped it open a few times, and then I sealed it back up and put it away until now. So I just wanted to get a first impressions out on this guy. There will be an extensive overview coming of this guy. We'll do some comparing and contrasting, delve in a little deeper to its specs and all that kind of thing. And then if the time allows and Carco allows, I will do a very short-term review on it. But other than that, guys, that'll do it for this first impressions of the Luft Concepts Avnt. If you're still here, thank you very much. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below the video. Hit the thumbs up button and leave me a little comment down below. That'll do it, guys. Love ya. Catch you later.